Blog Talk Radio.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, from Covington, Oklahoma, at South Monroe Street, school is now in session with your on. And here's your teacher and host, Sean Stock.
All right, as the great band Yes would say in the lyrics of their song, Leave It, 2 down, there you go, MacArthur Park, Driving in the Snow. When I say that, it's in reference to 2 more shows away. Good evening, Blog Talk Radio listeners, to You're On. I'm your host, Sean Stopp, and class is hereby in session. The aforementioned lyric was reference to the 2 more shows before Season 1 draws to a close. And I tell you, it's hard for me to believe that 10 shows ago, on April 4th, this all started. But then again, time has flown because 4 days ago, the kids used a quarter of their summer vacation time. And this time next week, according to the calendar, summer officially begins. Tomorrow, the Little Rascals had their final game, and the Oklahoma City Thunder head into Game 2 against the Miami Heat. But enough about yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Let's focus on the present. Tonight, we have in our classroom a guy that is so awesome that he's returning to You're On for a second time. Mr. Jeremy Scott will be here in our classroom. And I'm going to be glad that he's here because he is such an easy guy to talk to, very laid back. The guy, I just can't say enough nice things about the guy. Let's knock the formalities out of the way before we get underway with that. For starters, you want to hear this episode or any past episodes, go to our website at www.wix.com/Sean Stopp, all one word, /You're On. And I also want to bring something up that I've kind of knocked out a couple things. I noticed that I don't really come in clearly. I've taken care of that, but I'm not going to really get into that until Season 2. Also, one of the reasons why I don't get as many listeners is because of the time frame. Well, Season 2, we're going to not only do a new time slot, prime time, but we're also going to do 2 shows. We're going to air on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7:30, starting in October, with October 2nd, I'm getting ahead of myself, being our first episode of Season 2. Now, talked about that. You can follow us on Twitter, /You're On with Sean, all one word. The number to call in tonight is 347-633-9630. That's 347-633-9630. Although I doubt anybody's going to call because when me and Mr. Scott get to talking, I don't think anybody else can get a word in edgewise, which is cool.
Probably not.
Also, the only way to really get in a good birthday shout-out on this show is to contact us. And the way to do that is at youronbtr@ymail.com. And we are celebrating a birthday, just one birthday, which is strange because here as of late I've just been doing one birthday shout-out when there's probably 2, 3, 4, 5 somewhat. My birthday shout-out goes out to Mr. Ray Martinez, the Triple Mexican. He'll be celebrating his birthday Sunday, June 17th. And if you have a birthday coming up or somebody you know is having a birthday, let us know. Drop us a line, and I will be more than happy to give a birthday shout-out the same way I'm fixing to give Mr. Ray Martinez, one of my tag team partners from the days of professional wrestling, a birthday shout-out.
So it's your birthday. It's Mama too. Don't mean it, okay?
Very happy birthday to you, Ray. That's June 17th, so if anybody's got anything in mind in the forms of Major Mucho De Niro to throw his way, please think of my buddy Ray on that one. Ray, happy birthday, man. Now, I'm fixing to switch gears because I tell you, I stayed up pretty late last night, understandably so. Thunder, come here, boy. Hey there, boy. Good boy, Thunder. Now, a lot of you people were asking about Thunder, and I posted on my Facebook the puppy Thunder, whom I'm referring to. Now, let's just jump right into this Thunder report, because in mentioning the Oklahoma City Thunder, a fan had wrote in via email and made a suggestion, and he asked to remain nameless, because more than likely he probably won't call in, but he made a suggestion. He said, why don't you have a forum where you can call in and talk about nothing but the Thunder? So this Friday, we're doing just that. We're going to have a special edition of You're On the 15th, and it'll be open mic forum. Call in. We'll talk about the Thunder just the way I am right now. Now, for those of you who are of the younger generation, may not know what I'm about to say, I know Mr. Scott knows exactly who I'm talking about when I mention this, but I'm no longer going to call them the Oklahoma City Thunder. I'm going to call them the Mola Ron. For those of you who don't know, he was the evil character in the Indiana Jones Temple of Doom movie who would literally reach in your chest, grab your beating heart, pull it out, and show it to you. And you would sit there and watch it beat before you died, right? That's what the Thunder did to me at the first quarter. Falling behind by 13 early on and got it back again at 7th at the half, and the second half smackdown started going down. You know, it was 58-40. Kevin Durant in the fourth came back scoring 17 points, and, you know, he's the MVP. I mean, you know, Russell Westbrook, he did 27 points with 11 assists. The Beard, Harden, he scored 5, but he's the, oh gosh, how would I even describe that? They're saving that gun for later. I know that. So we got a 1-0 lead with one turnover. Like I said, Kevin Durant, he did 36 points, 8 rebounds, and 17 of those 36 was in the fourth. Now, me and my wife, Joni, was sitting here watching this thing and just really getting into it. And I got to tell you, anytime Derek Fisher got the ball, Joni would be like, oh, no, don't give it to him. Because, you know, bong, you know, he was good at hitting the backboard. But regardless, he is part of the Thunder, and I love them all. LeBron come in, yeah, he scored 30 points, 9 rebounds, but that just wasn't enough. I'm excited. I am genuinely excited. And I was going to do this open mic Thunder show tomorrow, but are you kidding? Who's going to listen to my show whenever they're going to be watching tomorrow night's game? So in saying that, I've got one more quick sports report to do, and then we'll jump right into this interview with Mr. Scott, whom I'm sure would want to talk a little bit about the Thunder before we get into that. But our final sports report here is in regards to my son's T-ball team, Little Rascals. Monday on the 11th at Kremlin, we won 7-3. However, when we come back to Covington on Thursday, we lost 17-15. Tomorrow, not only will we go into the second game with the Thunder, but it will be Covington's last T-ball game with the Little Rascals going against, ironically enough, Covington White. Covington versus Covington. Who do I hope wins? Covington. They had a great season, and I'm just awful darn proud of not just my son, but the whole entire team, the Little Rascals. And in saying that, gosh, I'm a little bit speechless because, like I said, last night, once again, I'll refer to Mola Ram. For you younger guys out there, I'll just post a picture on my Facebook that don't know who I'm talking about. But like I said, I love my Thunder to death. Thunder up, you know, fear the beard. I'm just all over this thing. Let me bring out Mr. Scott. We'll probably discuss, the main point of me talking to him tonight is to talk about the movie Nights of Cherokee County, but we'll probably talk about the Thunder as well. Real quickly, weather outside currently 73, going to drop down to 70. Tomorrow, high 91, low 72. And I also want to throw that 15th show out on Friday. It's a very special Thunder edition where anybody can call in. We're going to talk about the Oklahoma City Thunder. Open mic. I strongly encourage you to call, just as I would encourage you to call now. However, with me and Mr. Scott on the mic, I doubt anybody's going to be able to say anything right now. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I did this on INTV, okay? For those that missed INTV, I can't just say, ladies and gentlemen, from Critical Mass, Jeremy Scott, or ladies and gentlemen, the director of Knights of Cherokee County. Excuse me for a second. Let me get a drink here. He deserves this. Hold on. This is done out of love too. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, he is the Tower of Power, too sweet to be sour. He's funky like a monkey. He's a kiss that don't miss. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jeremy Scott. Mr. Scott, good evening to you, sir.
Hey, what's going on?
A lot, man.
What's going on, man?
I tell you, I'm just...
Hey, hold on a second. Hey, hold on 1 second. Yeah. All right. What's going on?
Oh, man.
I got you last time with it. I had to make it a second time.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I tell you, a lot's going on. After the game last night, I was buzzing. I mean, I have to be at work at 5 in the morning, which I have to commute. Which means I have to get up, by 4, or I have to leave the house by 4, which means I need to be up at 3. Shower, shave, the whole nine. And it just did not happen. I mean, I was up till 2. I was just crazy about that. Before we talk about Knights of Cherokee County, your thoughts on last night's game?
Well, if you base it off the one game that we've had so far, it looks like it might go kind of like some of those Spurs games where, we spot them 15, 18 points, and we still look like crap going into halftime, and then we come out and start playing the kind of ball that we're used to. So I've seen them fall behind enough now that last night, I guess it was, I wasn't as scared as I would have been maybe, a month ago or something like that. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. They have a tendency to do
they
that.
Just,
and
they have this comeback streak in them that just doesn't seem to go away, They keep, when they absolutely need those stops, they somehow get them, and when they absolutely have to have a shot, they get it. And I don't know how else to say it other than that,
Other than Thunder Out, Fear the Beard, the whole nine. I tell you, you hosted a show, Retro Americana. You know exactly who Molaram is.
Yes, and that guy freaked me out. That whole Temple of Doom movie, it's really not one of my favorites. It really grossed me out as a kid. I don't know, and the dude with the pulling the heart out and stuff. I couldn't sleep on my chest for a couple of weeks after seeing that because I was scared that his hand was going to come out of the mattress and rip my heart out. It really, that one and Poltergeist and Jaws messed with my mind a lot when I was a kid growing up in the 80s.
Oh, yeah, Poltergeist and Jaws did the same thing with me, too. I couldn't go near the lake. Knowing that it was not salt water, I was afraid of Jaws. Poltergeist, I was afraid of the snow on the TV. Now, Temple of Doom, there's only 2 things that I am deathly afraid of as an adult. Bats is my number 1. Well, actually number 2 because I'm fixing to get my number 1. Number 2 because, they're rats with wings. They're just infested with all kinds of diseases, and they're just nasty, and I hate the sound. I hate everything that a bat represents. I don't care what good purpose they serve on nature shows. I hate them. But seeing Molaram, Indiana Jones Temple of Doom, it wasn't so much the fact that he pulled the heart out. It was that evil laugh of his. But as a full-grown adult, coming in, watching Indiana Jones Temple of Doom, I'm still definitely afraid of him. You could say bat, I'd be like, ew, but, you say Molaram, and